Hello.
Hello.
We are back. Virtus Pro, Navi, Boston Major European Regional Qualifiers. Virtus Pro is doing quite okay. I had the scores up just a moment ago, but somehow they slipped my mind. I do know that Navi is 1 and 5.
I could help you out there. I know Navi's not doing well, but
Yeah.
VP.
4 and 1 for VP.
Oh, very good for VP. They're up there in the top 3, I guess, with Adfinum and Secret.
Yeah.
Liquid, I think, also 4 and 1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
5 and 0 for the Secret Boys.
But Navi, almost no chance to make it to the playoffs, I want to say.
No chance to make it to the playoffs.
Oh, no chance.
There's
okay.
no way.
Impossible. Goodbye, Navi.
Virtually impossible.
So, yeah, one loss definitely knocks them out, and versing VP is going to be tough.
Yeah, but what about this opening?
Sniper Ogre. It's the we're going to beat you mid lane opening from VP.
Actually, yeah, the OD was first, so I guess
Yeah.
in that case, the sniper's an instant counter.
It's an instant counter. It doesn't straight up beat the OD that badly mid lane, but with an Ogre Magi, you make sure like Ogre Magi wins mid lane for almost any 1v1 matchup. We've seen a few today. We had Miracles Invoker getting crushed by Ogre plus OD, I want to say it was. Ogre plus someone. So this makes mid lane very, very difficult for Navi.
We've seen quite a few snipers actually lately. There's one going around downstairs, I think.
Oh, it's just just watching one. I think
Yeah,
Vega is playing it.
Yeah.
Iceberg.
Yep.
Who's having a good game.
Seems like it. Our Alliance is having a less good game. Virtus Pro, they ban out some standard heroes. One that stands out most that is not banned out and still in the pool, Drow Ranger?
Yeah, possible for Navi more so than... Oh, it's possible for both teams,
both,
actually. Yeah.
yeah.
Great with Sniper, great with OD. Navi ran it once today. They lost pretty miserably with the Drow plus Warlock strat against Adfinum, but it's still... I don't think you ever get really thrown off from running another Drow strat. It fails once, just try it again. Who knows? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I like the Kunkka pick from Navi. It's kind of a way to help out the mid lane as well. Not as good as the Ogre, but he's close. It's got a good follow-up for the Astral from the OD, and also just means you can kind of sit in the fog, and if Ogre plays too aggressive against OD, you turn it around on him by landing a torrent, hitting him a few times with OD, and suddenly you found yourself a kill.
They're taking the time though.
Yeah,
Why not just ban out a Drow? The first pick after bans is Virtus Pro.
Yes.
So...
We've seen Ramses play a few games on the Drow as well, so definitely
yeah.
showing they're happy to play the hero.
The Nyx Assassin is the one that gets removed, though. Maybe something they're still worried for. Even though Sniper is already a counter somewhat to the OD. Nyx Assassin even more so.
Yeah, let's
Later on, especially with the mana burn.
just ruin Dendy's game, I guess, is the idea of with a Nyx Assassin pick. Make that mid lane impossible.
Yeah.
Or make that... I mean, the hero just won't work in the mid game, even if somehow mid goes well. There's a Nyx in the game, then you just struggle later on. The way the Carapace works against Astral is painful. But I agree with you. I think the Drow is a hero that should be banned out by Navi if they're not thinking of running it.
Yeah, I think Virtus Pro would be happy to pick that one up. At the same time, maybe Virtus Pro doesn't want it either, and Navi wants it instead.
Oh,
Maybe they just forgot that it existed. Maybe we're both seeing something that... Or maybe we're both not seeing something that they do.
Yeah, just overrating the hero, perhaps. It has fallen off a little bit. It used to be like must first pick material. Nowadays, it's sometimes first picked,
But there's
but often
nothing
not.
changed.
What got changed in the recent balance patch for Drow? Was it nothing, or she had a small base damage nerf in one of the patch? I don't know if that was the most recent or the one before. I know there was a patch which had some small nerfs.
We can check.
Which one was it? What happened to Drow? Drow Ranger... Oh, strength gain, that's what it was.
Oh,
Reduced
she's more squishy.
from 1.9 to 1.6. Doesn't affect her early game, though, because that just means at higher levels you have less overall strength. At low levels, it's pretty hard to notice something like that. You get strength from your basic cheap items like treads, wraith bands, and dragonlance.
Yeah, but later on you're going to be squishy no matter what, right? And you kind of pick Drow because then you win the laning stage. And that's got nothing to do with your strength gain. You can win the laning stage anyway.
Yeah. The nerf was definitely not a major one to the Drow at all. Clock for Navi. There's a... I don't even know if this hero counters Sniper anymore, because you just go straight for a Hurricane Pike, and you get hooked, you push the Clockwork out, you push yourself out, and you're fine. It's this weird thing where Force Stuff as an item has made Clockwork, like, a weak situational hero.
And in terms of Clockwork, we've seen a Clockwork on who was it? Escape Gaming. They're running as support.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a chance here, or is that just
Unlikely
too gimmicky?
because they've got the Kunkka support as well. So they're kind of both 4-position supports, and I don't think we'll see an overlap in the two heroes running a Kunkka helping mid and Clockwork helping safe lane as support, but it's a small possibility. I'm not sure which art style would play. I could see Saniko playing a support Clock, but I think he also plays the support Kunkka at the same time. So I think more likely we'll see a off-lane general Clockwork, and there's the Oracle, so that kind of answers that. Unless we get Kunkka mid. And
then
OD
OD
safe. But I don't know. Kunkka doesn't do well against Sniper, neither does OD.
Nobody does well against Sniper with an Ogre, that's for sure.
It's a good ban with the Husker. You see that Oracle and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Husker's in the pool.
Did your Raz hero needed on Navi?
Versing a Darkseer, so
Juggernaut.
Jug, yeah, he comes to mind
Anti-mage.
always. Otherwise, Ursa could be so, not great.
I mean, the whole thing that Oracle is good against the Darkseer in terms of support, is that still the case, despite being like so high on mana cost with that Fortune Send?
It's still the case. It's not like you get completely zoned out. If it's a dual lane with Kunkka helping mid, Darkseer can still get levels and some farm there. So not a lane where you're necessarily going to dominate.
They better the Juggernaut
So
themselves.
they have something else in mind. Maybe they go Drow. Drow's still in the pool. Good Drow. Or Drow is fine against Darkseer. Your range, you just harass him if he ever comes near. You've got the Gust for the silence, so...
Maybe there was a mutual agreement. Guys, let's not play Drow Ranger this game.
Let's have a classy game of Dota 2.
Yeah. It's anti-mage.
Oh, there's a hero who's good against Darkseer.
And the Sven. So yeah, no Drow Ranger. Ignored. Oh. Glad we got that out of the way.
I'm liking VP's draft a bit better. Just the way the mid lane's going to work. There's no pressure on the Sven this game, it feels like. Clockwork offlane doesn't pressure the lane at all. He's not really... And then you've got Anti-Mage in the safe lane. That's not a hero that comes online and then pressures the... I mean, you can pressure his safe lane when he gets Battle Fury and kind of push out lanes, but he's not going to be able to stop the Sven from taking Ancient stacks. I just see the Sven getting free, uncontested farm in the safe lane, then at the Ancients, and being able to kind of out-farm an Anti-Mage. But Navi, a couple good moves, maybe a good gank or two will suddenly be able to maybe contest the late game with AM.
Yeah. I think it will be tough for them to get to the late game. But other than that, if they get to the late game, they can look quite okay. And we all know that OD can hurt a lot. And they have ways to get on top of that Sniper as well.
VP's early game is tough with Ogre, Disruptor, two very good supports.
Total number of tower kills before 25
tower
minutes.
Probably pretty low. VP with a Sven, it's probably 0 to 5, I guess.
0 to 5.
Yeah.
Player with highest total physical damage done to heroes. That's Sven.
Absolutely. He'll
Or
out damage Sniper. Sven. Yeah.
First Blood.
That one I have no idea. Could be any of those four.
We're doing this one.
Alright.
It's going to be
CIS
bloodbath,
Dota.
guys. Yep. Total number of skills 0 to 2.
Yeah, I don't.
So far, that's...
It's been a safe bet. Even if the game goes a bit longer, sometimes you don't see too many Roches.
Well, let's take a look who's playing what. Solo Ogre. And it will be no one playing his Sniper. Nice Sniper set for him as well. We got Lil on the Disruptor. Ramses on his Sven. And then it is 9 Pasha on the Darkseer. And for Navi, no surprise to see Dendi on the OD. General on his Clockwork. That's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye out. Soneko's Oracle art styles support Kunkka. And the core Dichara on the Anti-Mage.
So it should be pretty easy safe lanes for both teams. It looks like Darkseer with an Iron Talon isn't even going to go to the off lane, which is kind of interesting. If you're expecting Kunkka mid, I believe the AM Oracle is a lane you can contest, and we'll see if you get your first blood. Sheever. Doesn't look like Navi are going to commit.
Nope. They tried. They only saw Ogre. Perhaps they were a little bit expecting less people there.
Yeah. I guess good news is Dichara gets the bounty rune. Gets him a little bit closer to that Battle Fury and all that. He'll have no one in lane against him.
Yeah, that Darkseer is going to go into the jungle first with the Iron Talon indeed. Okay, so this mid lane. I know that Dendi is going to have a tough time, but what about if Artstyle just stays there the whole time?
It's slightly VP favored. Solo realize Artcel's kind of the bodyguard. You've got to go through him to get to the OT. Normally, as an ogre here, you throw the ignite at the OT and you actually get to right-click him. But this becomes a bit more of an even lane because of the Kunkka's presence. I still favor VP. You see, ogres keeping two heroes busy.
I was gonna say, I just see Solo punching people and not caring about Artcel's trying to pretend to set something up.
8 armor does that to you. Like, yeah, I still think this hero just has way too much armor. And it's also the fact that Ignite does damage while slowing, so it's guarantees you get right clicks off. You've got the full package at level 1.
Yeah.
Ogre is the king of level 1 fights.
He's doing quite okay. He's walking about. In the meantime, Sniper is getting last hits, but so is Dendi. So we'll see who comes out ahead. It's a fun lane to watch. Like despite everything else, it's just
the other two lanes are very fun to watch. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, he missed the combination.
Ooh.
That's gonna be good for no one though, because he took a lot of damage during that, and perhaps they can turn it around. Perhaps they can kill Archstar. One more hit needed. Oh, Fairy Fire up, still missed. Another shrapnel.
He stopped chasing. Yeah, he could have had that last right click if he kept chasing. He thought he had it though.
The Fairy Fire.
Similarly, if that torrent lands,
yeah, that is true.
Would have been possibly. I don't know if it's a kill because of the Fairy Fire and Sniper, but again, it would be close.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been very close. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, there's an anti-mage that is just free farming, and Solo denies himself to neutrals to get his mana back up. That's the one downside of the ogre. He's just his mana is gone so fast. Yeah. But just killing yourself will help out. And yeah, Dichara is doing fine. Also, make sure that Soniko is gonna get all the farm he wants in terms of killing all the neutrals and using the creep camps to do that with, because anti-mage is just fine by himself.
Yeah, Oracle's only got 0 CS. Normally you'd see, if it's an empty free farm lane as a support, you've got 2 options, which is to go help out mid or off lane, or just stack and pull. And the fact he's got 0 CS means he's not really been pulling all that much.
Or he's just missing the last hits like he did just now.
True. Also possible.
Let's see if he did. Oh, let's see. This is a true test. Ah, he got one. Nice.
Yeah. That's what you want to do. You want to get your levels while Sven does as well.
Okay, let's see. Solo, can they get him? The combination hits this time with the X mark, but again, Solo just doesn't take that much damage. And if Solo gets attacked, then no one is there with the backup, so they have got each other's back. In the meantime, General is level 3.
That's pretty good, all things considered. He was off lane against Sven Disruptor.
Yeah, and he rotates mid. Can he actually do something here?
Hard to say. If they astral into cogs, I want to say they can.
Oh, they got an X mark up on Solo. Clockwork comes in as well. This is Ogre Magi maybe in a little bit of trouble. He has to walk around the cogs. He does just that though. Nice astral imprisonment.
I think VP did way more damage than Navi did, even though it was 2v3.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at this. They both almost died. If that astral wasn't there on no one, he could have probably gotten a kill.
Yeah. That Clockwork was getting very low. This is the power of the sniper. You go this double Wraith Band build. You get a lot of stats early on. Your headshots hurt. Your shrapnel hurts.
You don't need a draw aura to be a hard hitting.
Nope. He's laying the physical damage you can see there. So those right clicks.
Oh, shit.
That's right. You have till the end of the game. It's fine.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. Sven's done 0 because there's no one in. You can't do physical damage when there's no heroes in your lane.
True, true. And he is actually... Oh, wait a second. Can they actually do something here? They really want to kill
They just go the same as last time. They want to go on Sniper. The problem is the Ogre is in a good position to scout this one out. He sees them both. They can't kill him with just 2 heroes.
And
Sniper
they're
can come
still
over.
going for the Sniper, even if the Ogre's right next to them. But I think maybe this time, maybe they'll get him.
Go Fairy
No
Fire.
one. He has one Fairy Fire. He's trying to run away. He's not able to do it. The first blood goes the way of Dendi. But Dendi, can he get another kill? Well, he can't, but General can. And he gets the kill on the Ogre Magi.
Importantly, Dendi had double damage, and he had a point in his orb. Often you'll see like a 0-2-2 build, but the orb and having full mana allowed him to get that kill.
Yeah.
You can't normally sustain using that arcane orb early on, but because he was full mana at the start, he got 3 or 4 orb hits off, and that makes sure he can find that kill.
That was a lot of effort for one Sniper, but they finally got him. They finally got him. That's worth it. In the meantime, Pasha left the jungle. He got level 5 out of the jungle and then went to harass Dichara with his iron shells and just pushing the lane out altogether, making sure that this tower will be safe for a little while longer. Can't say the same thing for the tier 1 on top lane though, on the side of Navi. As Ramses and Lil, I don't think they're going to get forced back by General. General has spent a lot of time in the mid lane as well, so wasn't really able to do anything to that Sven.
Yeah, both carries will just free farm away. Gotta imagine Sven will have that fast Dominator, start stacking Ancients ASAP. And this mid lane is still, like, despite the double kill, it's still like a manageable lane for VP. They're going to just go right back with the dual lane sniper. Level 5, so now it's 3 points in Shrapnel. When he hits level 6, that Assassinate becomes a big threat. They will get the Darks here at bottom, so Navi find a nice kill there as Dichara will continue to free farm. Picking up the early treads, going for a more aggressive build with 2 points in mana break. This is what you want to do against a Darkseer, not go full greed. The Brown Boots Battle Fury build is just... it's kind of unnecessarily greedy. You're going to get a fast Battle Fury regardless. You may as well just be able to zone enemy heroes out and have that extra lane pressure with the treads.
Well, let's see if this Ogre can make something happen here. He does need his body sniper with that. There's level 3 Snapnel available. Shrapnel. Snapnel.
If OD got too aggressive there, like he astraled if he went in to get right clicks off, then he dies. But he just astraled and ran back, so safe play.
As Nijara, he's 48 for 6.
Yep.
Sven is 45 for 6. So they're fairly even, slightly ahead for Nijara.
Yep. No,
but
nothing too much separating them.
The difference is the tower.
Ooh, yeah.
Sven just got the last hit on that. He's got his threads as
Armlet.
well, and Armlet.
Interesting. Not going the Helm of the Dominator. I guess they'll see some manual stacks. Darkseer just stack the Ancients himself, but normally you see like a Sven vs Anti-Mage, you're even more inclined to go for the Helm of the Dominator build just because you want to play the greed, like be able to match the AEM's greed, but this is the other approach where you try and fight into him with the Armlet. Something that OG used to do a lot with No Tail.
At what point is no one going to leave the lane?
It's not. He'd rather heroes come to him, I guess, than he leaves the lane. He leaves the lane if it gets too dangerous. Like if Clockwork's level 6, he can't really be in that lane by himself. But mostly he just wants to farm for now. Maybe fight and go for a smoke rotation with his Ogre Disruptor at some point. But VP don't have like any kind of blink timing on one of their initiators outside of the Sven to play around. So
yeah, so they're waiting for the Sven to get blink and then.
Sort of like they're waiting for it, but they don't want to just sit back and like that. They don't want to rush the blink necessarily. I don't even know if blink's going to be his next item. I think VP can smoke if they get both supports with the sniper, because then you've got like Ogre, Disruptor, Glimpse Catch, as well as the shrapnel damage. But for now, VP's kind of in just farming mode. They're not under any pressure to achieve any big objectives right now.
Yeah, and neither is Navi though.
Yeah, this is feeling like a very even game. Like both teams playing at a farming pace. Like that, they have very similar drafts. The Sven, the Anti-Mage are doing similar things. The mid lanes kind of match up pretty evenly. Oh,
hello, Ramses. Astral's there. In comes the Torrent. Hopefully perfectly timed this time. Yep, there it is. And Sven. He pops God Strength. There's a hookshot as well, though. I don't think he's going to do anything. Ooh. He actually...
If he Armlet toggled, then it could have done something, but you're surrounded by 4 heroes. Armlet toggling is not going to really happen. And Battery Assault.
Did he get a lot of damage off with his right click? No. Because he hit once, and the cleave definitely showed.
Well, Dendy was actually leading. That double damage rune, giving with those right clicks, I guess, paying off.
That's still enough. Okay.
No,
so 4-0 in favor of Navi in terms of kills, but as you mentioned, Virtus Pro is
was the goal graph pretty even, or what are we looking at? Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like no one's leading right now. Maybe it's going slightly better than Navi, I'd say, just based on the kills they're getting. I thought they'd be a little bit behind on farm, with mid lane being VP favored and Sven being able to maybe farm a bit faster than Anti-Mage, since he has cleave and AM doesn't till he has Battle Fury. So, if anything, the fact it's even slightly favors Navi based on how their draft was meant to go.
Well, let's see if they can catch this Anti-Mage. There's a Glimp available. Glimpse is maxed out. And he is able to get it. There we go. Into the Static Storm Kinetic Field. Stunned up as well. There's another stun. Was already used, actually. And the headshot. Not the headshot. The Assassinate. It's close enough. We'll get it. I always confuse those two.
Maybe it shot him in the head.
It's because he says, boom, headshot.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, it wasn't. It was an Assassinate, you fool. But they will get a tower off the back of it. And that is something that Navi, when they killed their Sven, they couldn't do that. So,
yeah, so Navi are getting kind of more kills. VP are getting the towers. Both teams are kind of getting similar amounts of farm. OD and Sniper are similar. Sven and AM are similar. Darkseer is out farming the Clockwork.
Yeah.
I guess, the main important thing to note. But Darkseid needs more farm to be useful, whereas Clockwork just needs the levels a bit.
Yeah, and he has those.
Yeah.
He's level 7, so he's good.
So this is where Sniper has to play with his team. He doesn't want to go off by himself to farm lanes because he'll just get picked apart.
Yeah,
we'll see him probably just goes first item, Hurricane Pike. I guess the question is, do you go Dragonlance or the full staff first? Probably still go for Dragonlance.
Hello.
Uh-oh,
he almost wanted to go for the hookshot on the Sniper, but Sniper, he's not letting himself get hookshot. He is getting torn to them, boated though. Can't do anything. Yeah,
nothing the Ogre could do there. Too many heroes caught out, and once that Cogs got down, kind of splitting the two up, it was all over for the Sniper. Nicely played by Clock, General. Really good positioning on the Cogs.
Yeah, and he knows who his primary target is. It's just Sniper all the way.
Yeah.
And perhaps a Sven, if they can get it, which is what they're looking for right now.
Those 4 heroes just want to keep fighting. They want to keep fighting while AM farms, and that's where I think Navi have a draft advantage currently, because they have 4 heroes who can fight while AM farms. VP wants Sniper and Sven to both be farming.
Yeah.
So they have 2 heroes who kind of fight but don't want to fight.
Oh, he's getting stuck in it right now. He's trying to get himself out by hitting the Cogs. He's still there with the Static Storm and Kinetic Field. He gets 1 hit off only.
That's enough. Enough for our prediction, at least.
Enough for our prediction, apparently. So that's
not enough for this team fight for VP, though.
No, the headshot didn't kill off. Assassinate didn't kill off Artstyle.
He was through it.
With the false promise there. Even though Oracle still goes down to the Disruptor. But 1 for 1. Oh, hello.
Nice for Dendy. Getting
there's
the
a boat
rune.
Coming. Oh, Solo's also going to get hit by that boat. And Sniper, he's in a lot of trouble. Archstyle's going to chase him down. There's an X-Mark on him as well as a Torrent. And no one can't do anything. He's just got to run away. And he's very tanky somehow. And he's running very fast with the Bloodlust as well.
Is there a Rocket Flare from Clockwork? It looks like it's still on cooldown. And I'll find a new target.
Oh, in comes Ramses. He has the stun available. Assassinate is there as well. And he'll get the kill in general. Maybe Arcel's next. Nice 2-man Torrent though, and Arcel's going to get another kill on his hands. It's a killing spree right now. Ramses has got a stun in just 1 second. We'll get it off before he gets X-Mark back. And I don't think he can do anything with that because his Blink Dagger is still very far off. So he'll just continue farming creeps instead.
Ogre tried to juke the stun and ends up walking back into it. The Torrent, that is.
The ultimate next level mind game.
Yeah, I don't even know if Kunku was throwing it at the Ogre or just trying to hit the Sven with it. Either way, it worked out fantastic, and he gets a kill. Great play from Artstyle. He's had a really good game on the Kunka. Yeah, fortunately for Navi, they lose Dendy around the rune. He was fighting with an Ogre, almost came out on top, but with the Astral cooldown just not quite working to his advantage, he couldn't quite do it. So Dendy picks up his first death. He's not farming all that well, so that death does affect him a little bit. He would love to stay alive in these fights when they're getting kills, but even so, the 4 staff should be online fairly soon. Yeah,
just a recipe needed there. And in the meantime, ditch a Ra. I mean, all these fights are going on, and I think even if they don't really win those fights, as long as they keep everybody of Virtus Pro busy, which is what they did, it's fine. And I say everybody, but 9-Pasha I don't think was actually in the fight.
Yeah, I think if AM was just completely uncontested, he'd have Battle Fury with Treads by now, but he's had Darkseid down there. He got ganked once, so it's not complete free farm and total space for him, but it's enough to get a good time that he needs for his Battle Fury. Sven is still a little bit ahead of the AM. That's without the Ancient stacks. That's just by getting a few towers and kills. One of the things where you don't have to just be purely farming to stay on top as a Sven, but he probably will have to focus more on his farm, or VP need to start pulling away in fights if he wants to keep on par with AM once AM has Battle Fury, because that's where the AM farm starts to accelerate.
Yeah, 5 people from Virtus Pro hanging around mid. Still have the Darkseer farming some stacks there, but it does seem like a bit of a Mexican standoff right now until someone makes the first move, which in all honesty is going to be General.
He sees the Staff of Wizardry. He realizes Clock is actually going first item 4 staff. I was kind of questioning, do you go the 4 staff or the Dragonlance first? And I like this change. I think you need this against the Clockwork. You're going to get it anyways. You may as well just go for it before the Dragonlance, because the Dragonlance will not save you against Clockwork, whereas this item will.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, I mean, Navi is not in any rush, so this game could last very long, in which case you can have both items as they want to go on his anti-mage. He gets saved, though, for the moment. Silence still as well. Ramses is just trying to do as much damage as he can. Let's see if he's going to make it out. He is not. False promise. Very, very, very false as Clockwork gets the cogs up, but I think it's too late. Ramses is going ham. He's still getting hit by the boat, though, and he's in a lot of trouble right now. Needs some more help. Maybe. There it is. Oracle helping out.
And he got the armlet toggle off as well. Really nicely played. So Nico's stuck in the trees, so they know he's here. They're pinging him. Solo says he knows where Saniko is. The rest of the team may not, but Solo's clued in.
Yeah.
Finds the kill. And Sven says, oh, yes, sure, I'll take it. You do the hard work, I'll take the kill.
4 dead, and Dendy is still farming, but I mean that's a definite win for Virtus Pro. And again, they fight, they win a fight, they get the tower, and that's something that Navi hasn't been able to do yet. No towers down on their side of the map, as in on Virtus Pro side of the map.
Doing a really good job just ignoring the anti-mage 95% of the time, but the 5% of the time when they're dealing with him, it's killing him. It's not, oh, let's go to his lane and harass him or deny a few creeps. It's let's kill him and then we'll just ignore him for another 5 minutes. So they make sure they make a hard hit to his farm, and then they just ignore him, and then they come back for another hard hit. And while all this is going on, Sven has pulled more than 1,000 net worth ahead. He has got some ancient stacks to fall back on. Ramses has had a very solid performance on his Sven.
Echo Saber as well.
Yep. Probably the Blink next, I'd say, but we'll have to wait and see for sure. The Blink after your Echo Saber is normally the timing you look for.
And even so, the Disruptor has been doing a great job at making sure that Sven doesn't need to really run anywhere. Yep. Everything's going to get just stuck in the kinetic field with Glimpse, so Sven is just getting his targets brought towards him. OD, at what point is Dendy going to start being a real threat?
Probably when he has more points in his first spell, because that's where you can steal a lot of intel in a fight. Just the level 1 Arcane Orb just doesn't carry enough weight. So level 14 with Dragon Lance, as well as maybe a Blink Dagger or a BKB of some sort. Perhaps, I guess you don't go back for the drums now, but see them initiate on mid.
Solo's okay with that. I think he's just there as a bait anyway.
Yeah, he's got the raindrops even, so.
He's not even moving. They do it again.
Oh, they may actually commit this time. They are TPing in. No.
Hookshot, no.
Was Torrent still on cooldown? That was almost weird how Artstyle just threw a casual X.
Do it again. This time he's going for the Dark Seer.
I guess with OD you have endless mana if you're getting those procs.
Mana boost as well, so he's good for now. You can see Navi being a little bit more hesitant to fight. They've been wanting to fight for a while now, but now they can't because, well, they just lost the fight and they don't want to have that happen again. The moment that you start doing that, Virtus Pro can get out of control real fast.
Vichurad doesn't want to come to a team fight. Even with level 2 Mana Void, there's no good targets for the Mana Void, or at least no amazing targets.
Oh, ooh, nice first stuff.
Quick fingers.
Yeah, first stuff paying off.
There's a few, like, alright ones, the Darkseer perhaps being the best, but ideally scenario for anti-mage if you want to come to fights is you're versing like a Leshrac type hero or a Storm Spirit, and if you TP in, you know there's this big ticking time bomb where if you find that hero when they're low in mana and they're going to use their mana in a fight, you can kill them off. Darkseer after the Vacuum War combo does get low mana, so there's a high chance of killing him, but you're still blinking into Sven physical damage and a lot of things that can kill you, so this is probably a game where AM does not want to come to fights even as kind of a cleanup hero.
Yeah. And so far, I mean, I guess the moment that he's gonna go for a help out would be when Virtus Pro is trying to go high ground. Until then, if he can farm well uninterrupted. Wait a second, hook shot actually finds Ramses, gets stunned instantly though. General is not able to get his cogs off. There he goes, trying to force Solo back, but Ramses jumps over them. Blade Mail's active though, gotta be careful. That will hurt a lot. Vacuum into wall. General, his Blade Mail's off, so maybe they can go again on him. Then Pasha getting X-marked and is taking a lot of damage. Will actually drop here to the hands of Denny. In the meantime, Ramses gets controlled very nicely. Another cogs for General, making sure that Solo again can't catch him. Solo finds other people to punch though. Punches Artstyle, punches Dendy, and Artstyle is going to get glimpsed back into that kinetic field. Ramses is just making sure that he can just stay in this area and clean up.
Yeah, that OD ultimate just doesn't do any damage. Without the Arcane Orb.
Shit. This is something that Lil wasn't expecting. He's like, help me, please, team.
There's no mana for Purifying Flames. Lil's like, get me out of Solo. What are you doing, bro? Let me get out.
Oh, luckily, Saniko knows what's happening. So.
Oh, gosh, Saniko. Phew.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, with the Vlads. But Ramses got kited pretty hard there because of the Blade Mail. He couldn't kill the Clockwork. And then the Cogs came into play. Then he got Astral. Then he got X. He was getting kited all over the place. But even with that, Sven, they don't kill him, they just make his life more difficult. And Navi didn't have enough damage up, but they're fighting without an AM. At this point, they can't really fight either. They need either AM to be doing damage or OD. And OD does damage with perhaps level 4 Arcane Orb. It was still level 1 for that fight. The ultimate hit a fairly low HP Sven, but did almost no damage at all. So I think you look at a fight like that and think we actually need both AM and or OD to be higher level with more farm.
And on top of that, the Darkseer mechanism came into play. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're getting low from the blade mill here, guy. Here, have a mechanism and continue on your merry way. Darkseer did end up dropping fairly fast in the end, but that didn't really matter at all.
Yeah, it seemed
and
to be
and
okay for
Ogre
him.
just walked back and forth, just punching people. Nobody really wanted to focus him. So Solo's life must be pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's always. I think Ogre's a pretty fun hero to play as a support. You know how like heroes have taunts, like you can be a tide, run into people's face and taunt them. I feel like Ogre is just permanently taunting people without even using an
Just
actual
by being
taunt.
an ogre.
Yeah, you get in their face and just let them right click you, and you're just
Oh.
like, ha, that tickles.
The double force stuff. Past the
Dragonlance, probably see Maelstrom next. Seems to be the build that no one likes to go for on his sniper. He's in a good place now. The Clockwork is just not going to be as scary with 4 staffs coming up.
Yeah,
I imagine we'll even see a second 4 staff, maybe even a third. Darkseer could buy one, Disruptor can buy one.
Yeah, Disruptor
he's
already
got
has one, yeah.
Oh yeah, you just meant, double 4 staff, of course.
Ogre can have one.
Um,
I don't know, what does Ogre want in life?
looks like he's getting at drums. Just get some more auras. I think, drums is fine. Otherwise, just get random support utility things. Oh, we're wrong about the towers?
No, we're good, we're good. There's now 6 towers down, and we had 6 at 10. Oh, shit, no.
No, we were 0
Oh.
to 5, yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, they're trading towers. I guess 25 minutes is pretty late, but
Yeah, looking at the
we had a
map,
good
I
run.
mean, next time.
as 2 more towers go down, it gets up to 8 now. We're even more wrong. It's fine.
It's fine.
TP's
Next time
back.
we'll
They
know
want to
better.
fight top.
Yeah, let's see if they can find Anti-Mage.
Oh, we
He
can't.
has
He's
got
gonna
the
get
glimpse
glimpsed.
available
Yeah.
into the Static Storm. Kinetic Field. In comes Ramses. The false promise is on,
Very
though.
dead.
Depends on how much damage he did. Let's see. Yeah, there he still goes. Also,
That's a Sven.
perpetrator of the false promise goes down. Oracle. Stuck around a little bit too long. I mean, yeah, Sue, I guess, because it's job to save the Anti-Mage. So
Yep.
it's like a captain goes down with a ship kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't.
Solo.
I don't think you can. You can't false promise glimpse. I'm pretty sure. That's like the
No, yeah.
once that AM gets caught by the Thunderstrike, the glimpse in the Static Storm is just a kill. There's no. You can't actually save him with false promise there, assuming there's the Sven with physical damage or a sniper.
Yeah.
They have so much damage that the false promise doesn't actually block. With a disarm on Sven, perhaps, and I think that's maybe the change that needs to come from Saniko and the Oracle is using the, because what he's doing is false promising the AM and then using Fate's Edict on him so he can heal him up without doing damage. But I think save the Fate's Edict for the Sven to disarm him, because just throwing a heal on top of the false promise with Purifying Flames, maybe just throw one and then disarm the Sven. But either way, it's tricky. Like, it's kind of hard to. I think there's no saving him either way. Sven is a BKB now, so he can get rid of that disarm even.
Yeah, pretty good. Looking solid in terms of getting their items online properly. Virtus Pro keeps getting more net worth overall.
Yep.
And experience is going all their way. So Navi still waiting for that OD to have the level 4 in his orb.
He's got level 3. It's getting better. He's working on Sheever's guide. If he can get like a top lane.
Oh, they really want
They
that.
wanted AM, but they'll find Oracle instead.
Yeah. Oh well.
That'll do. They take it.
you,
Whoa, they've got glimpse if they get vision,
They
but
just need vision. I don't think they have it though.
Brown's searching, but he's got a creep on him, so AM can just fog him.
So at what point is Anti-Mage ready to fight?
Manta Abyssal is probably where AM reaches his first peak. That's where you've got the ability to initiate in and kill most heroes, not Sven so much, but you can kill Darkseer, you can kill Disruptor, you can kill Sniper, I want to say even. Manta Abyssal is where AM is. That's where you feel really good as an AM to not just kill buildings and farm lanes.
Hello.
Yeah, he's dead.
Glimpse, Kinetic Field, Static
Is
Storm.
Sven
Is
there?
there
Actually, no, it
more?
might live,
They
yeah.
have no ways to stop him. Oh, they
Oh,
do.
Vacuum, yeah.
Vacuum was still there.
And
They
having
don't even need
the
that, they just
AM
need-
illusion against him
Yeah.
actually was really nice play by Pasha to use the wall. I think they're like, oh wait, we don't have Sen with us. Can we actually get this kill? Yeah, we've got the AM with us.
Easy. Well, it looked easy, let's say that. And in the meantime, Ramses is still pushing top. Gets the tier 2 tower, last outer tower of Navi. So you're saying that at some point Anti-Mage is going to be scary to fight against. Is there anything that Virtus Pro can prepare for in that regard?
I
Or
don't-
are they just trying to end the game before that?
I think
big
VP are.
meal
I
happens?
don't even think they're scared of the Manta Abyssal because they're going to have way more items. By the time AM gets it, they're more farmed. If anything, he may not even finish those items for this game. He hasn't even got the Manta, so we're talking about 2 more big items when he's not even completed the first. His high ground is under siege. VP can look to end the game before he gets those items, but by the time he gets those items, Sven is probably 6 slotted. Sniper is probably like 3 or 4 slotted, so I think VP is fine, even if and when he gets those items, just because of their big gold advantage right now. They'll have another Aegis maybe there. I mean, they've got one for now. It looks like they're just happy to take map control, farm some more.
Yeah. The
Work on their
Aegis is
own.
going to disappear soon, so before they reach the next high ground, I would imagine.
And they can probably look to end the game around next Aegis. Or at least... Oh, actually...
Ooh, hello.
I wonder if Navi... Maybe they're thinking they can fight with the Aegis wearing off soon and catch him by surprise.
Oh, they will find a Darkseer. I mean, a Vault... Well, yeah, you can't blink away from that one. Sorry. Very, very sorry,
Sven.
Natasha. You're dead. Oh, BKB Sven shows up, indeed. Arcelus is going to try to teleport out. We'll get Glimpse back, though, and now there's an Anti-Mage in there. But Anti-Mage, you don't want to be in there. Gets 4 stuffed out. Perhaps that's enough.
Oh, what a
Ramses.
Shadowblade pickup
Shadowblade.
saves his life. I'm like,
Oh, my
Sven,
God.
are you sure you want to do this? And apparently he does.
Yeah.
I don't know about
even
that.
then, there's a
Putting a go
Darkseer
in,
that died
yeah.
on the side of Virtus Pro. They get 2.
Yeah, that was great for a Navi. I mean, VP... Sven fighting into the Coco's Rum. He was not killing any of the Navi heroes. Didn't have the damage up when he needed. Got a few of them low. Did kill the Kunkka, but ultimately it was a favorable fight for
almost had the
Navi.
Anti-Mage as well.
Yeah. Thank goodness for him he had the Shadowblade. Otherwise it was just throwing away his life there, though.
The Sniper was not in that fight, and that is something that Navi knew as he showed on the lane, so they knew that they were fighting without it, and he went for it. It almost... Well, it still worked out well for them. I think it still was a good fight.
For Navi.
For Navi,
Yeah. And that's the Sven's 10-second BKB, so...
Also that.
Anything to drag. If you're Navi, you're thinking, let's play for the late game. Sven's going to get 6 slotted, so let's try and beat him after that stage where his BKB's down to 5 seconds. We start catching up in items because he can't get 7, 8, 9 slotted. That's like not really... I mean, you can buy those items on your courier, but you don't get much value from them because you're having to micro and swap them in and out.
Hello, Clockwork.
Yep.
I almost want to say bye, Clockwork. Let's see if Solo gets a stun off. I don't think he does.
Duncan Ray?
Now he does, but he gets hook-shotted instead. And torrented. This Ogre. And now he finally gets a stun up in the OD. And the vacuum is there. There Ramses turns on his BKB. Looks for the target to hit. Doesn't actually find anything in front. Goes back to get the Anti-Mage who went for the Mana Void on the Ogre Magi. And he gets the Ogre Magi, but he dies for it. Not worth it. And also the Oracle ends up dropping. Ramses is able to do what he wants.
That was some great team fighting from Ramses. I feel like most Svens in that team fight would be tunnel visioned on the heroes they're hitting.
Yeah.
Even I'm tunnel visioned on the heroes there. I'm watching him like, oh, he's going to get a couple kills here. And then I see the Anti-Mage go. I was like, actually, this is fine for Navi. If AM can get the kill on the sniper in the backlines while Sven just kills some supports, that was going to be a one fight for Navi. But Sven stops getting kills to blink over and kill the AM. Most Sven players, I feel, would have made the mistake of not helping out their team and ignoring the Anti-Mage. But by blinking back, killing the AM, he wins his team in that fight. So really good play.
Even say Ramses, 9 months ago or something, Shanghai Major, he would have still tunnel visioned on the other kills.
Well, it's so easy to be like when you're a hero like Sven, you do a bazillion damage. You're a melee hero. You've chosen your target to throw a stun on. You just focus in on them. Like that's just a natural carry player kind of reaction. But he recognized what he needed to do and did it well.
Yeah, impressive. Makes me wonder who's making that call. If it's actually Ramses, or if maybe on someone Virtus Pros like get the Anti-Mage and they all listen on the same page.
I think it's got to be because how you have to make those decisions like in the actual moment. It's almost got to be Ramses because that's the decision he makes, not the captain. Yeah. Maybe his captain can be like, "Hey, Anti-Mage just blinked on." It's like help, but Sven still has to like. Often as a Sven, you may decide no, helping is the wrong to call because I can kill, let's say, 4 heroes because I caught the 4 heroes in my stun. Why would I kill 1 hero when I can kill 4? So. Sometimes you may even ignore a call as a carry player because you think you have a better idea of what's going on in the fight. And if anything, you don't want to micromanage your players as a captain in a team fight. In a strategic sense, like, hey, we're going to smoke up and go this way. Yeah, you want to manage your team, but micromanagement within a team fight is very problematic most of the times.
Well, Ramses also gets a silver edge up, so he's looking very healthy on the leaderboards in his inventory, and he has the whole team backing him up. As they go for, I would imagine that they're all here for some kind of purpose. Maybe is smoking. It's not really needed. The Roshan is up again, perhaps. There
Roshan.
you go.
That'll work.
That's the target right there.
Clockwork does scout it out, but seems VP aren't even afraid of that. They're going to commit for this one. Mjolnir fully completed on no one.
Lil's just looking for a target.
And with Blink and 4 stuff, I guess that supreme mobility means he's not afraid of getting too caught out here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Take
he's
a
all
bit
good, and his team gets the Aegis.
Yep.
Meantime,
He's a big
Anti-Mage, his Manta is done. He's got 2,500 gold, and he's helping his team get the tier 2 tower up top.
It's going to be a tough AM game. He's 1-5-1. He can't even... See, he's going to hit that Manta Abyssal timing, which I mentioned as being one of the scary item timings, but it doesn't feel like it's going to work for him, because if Sniper stalls an Aegis, he's the ideal target. The Sniper is the carrier in the backlines who's squishy enough that AM can kill him with the Abyssal Blade, but he's got Aegis, so you blow your whole combo, he respawns. Darkseid maybe becomes the next best.
Hello! Oh, they don't get him in the kinetic field, but can they take him down before this? No, they can't.
Doesn't look like it. That was
a very long range blink.
Yeah.
I don't think DJ Ra was expecting that either. Very nice warding there up the high ground.
I wasn't expecting to get caught. That was bit off with the kinetic field, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think again he was just like, whoa, we actually caught him. What's going on here? Sven ultimate is down, but that's not going to stop VP at least taking control of the top and mid lane, pushing things out.
No, they can also just poke the tower a little bit with the sniper and see what Navi does. Hopefully, for Virtus Pro they come out like a little out of position, and they can easily be caught out of position and die.
Throw some casual assassinates, start getting people low. Like, it's very easy for VP to siege the Navi base in a safe way, like while harassing buildings and heroes without even having to fully engage. And then when they have God Strength up, then they can look to go. It's 20 seconds away. We're talking about a very low cooldown ultimate here.
Yeah, they actually smoke up behind the creep wave, so wanted to see if they can make something happen.
There is some save with the Astral from Dendi, able to help out anyone who gets initiated on. But there we go. Siege creep with the sniper bloodlusted, just getting this tier 3 tower down fairly low.
Oh, aggressive first half twice in a row, actually. No one. Oh, he actually uses Urkin Pike to go further away, but he gets X-marked into the torrent. He's taking a lot of damage. He might just lose his Aegis, but in the meantime, Ramses is here to save the day. They already got the Clockwork and the Kunkka, and they both buy back. Oracle does not have buyback, though, as he dies as well. That was a little bit disastrous for Navi, and if they can't use those buybacks to save the racks, well, then they're going to be even in more trouble.
Yeah, it was the right idea from Clockwork. Forced the sniper into the base, which is actually a great way to defend. If you can force him to the high ground, then either cogs him, or better yet, you want to push him with the cogs even further in. Yeah. And then the cogs prevents VP from backing him up. But it kind of actually ended up working that way, because Sniper, I think in a panic, used his own force staff to go...
There was first the Hurricane Pipe as well, because he then...
Oh, it was the OD's Hurricane Pipe?
Yeah, the force staff went like this, and then, it was a little bit awkward.
It was a ping pong ball.
Yeah, he really was.
But that's where having an Aegis makes... That situation, which would normally just be like a Navi win, defending their high ground, becomes a loss just because of Aegis. That's the beauty of being on this dire side, having the lead they do.
Yep.
Teacher, he's got the Basher.
It looks like they want to go
no
for
Abyssal. He's still a long ways away from Abyssal too.
This time, for real. Just smoke on smoke.
Good call from VP. You don't have Aegis. You want to get a good jump. You can't try and siege high ground without the Aegis.
Oh, careful there. Where's the hook shot? Oh, vacuum into the... Oh, God, into the static storm.
If I'm Navi, I'm just like, let's GG. They all use buybacks.
Oh, my God.
That's so brutal. That was such a good combo. Vacuum into 4-man stun. Oh.
I mean, that's just the best piece of cannon you can give Ramses at that point. Oh, I'll take that. Great vacuum. There was no wall available, was still on cooldown at that point, but it wasn't actually needed either, because the disruptor was just there with the static storm. There's the GG, well played.
Everyone bought back for the last...
It's always that high ground where those plays happen.
Oh, yeah.
Again, a team walks up that high ground, they don't have the vision, and then obviously they were still smoked as well.
Everyone talks about the Dire advantage of being like one of the advantages they have to pros being on Dire is Roshan, but it's actually those ramps over there around Roshan. Because you're, as a Radiant team, you're like, oh, we got to go smoke gank them to stop them taking Rosh. You're always on the low ground as a Radiant team trying to go up the ramp, maybe make up the first ramp, but then to get to the secret shop, there's another ramp. And we've seen so many fights around that secret shop of the Dire side where the high ground Dire team has just crushed the Radiant team because of the high ground advantage. And there's just another one to add to the highlight reel.
It was quite pretty. Now, do we have another game coming? And I'm just looking at which one that is. It is Escape versus Team Liquid.
Ooh, Escape, I think, have to get some wins.
They need to win. They have 4 losses, I think, right now.
So 5-4 record is like okay, maybe.
Yeah, but then it's no longer in their own hands.
Yep.
So they yeah, they kind of have to win.
Okay.
It's got to be that way. So we'll be right back with more Dota 2. Stay tuned.